The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
You know, I just had a thought that it's really unfortunate that the holidays both fell on Wednesdays this year.
I mean, is it unfortunate, or did you have a Merry fucking Christmas, Sam?
Well, I certainly did.
Then why is it unfortunate? Do you think it was like, oh, they're so sad? Or do you think, bro, if they're our audience, they had a Merry Christmas too? I hope you did.
Yes.
Hope you did.
And I hope that Santa Claus the Fed brought everyone nice presents.
Sam, I'm Batman.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, but you're not supposed to reveal your secret identity.
Oh, fuck. I was bad at this, man.
That would explain a lot. That would explain a lot, though.
Yeah, I've been trying to get one of them lucha masks, you know, but I'm really bad at like hiding my identity on account of looking all big and weird.
Lucha Batman would be a really cool concept, actually.
Yeah, but I was gonna do a different lucha. This is gonna be green.
So more like a Riddler.
Well, more like that one character from the Dice Golden experience. But enough about that, Sam. How was your fucking Christmas? You didn't even answer. Did you have a Merry Christmas? Hey, wait, hold on. Since you passed, Mort, did you have a Merry Christmas? Welcome, Mort.
I did. Did you?
I did too. Okay, Sam, now you go.
I had a Merry Christmas. How about you? How about you guys?
Oh yeah. And so, were you worried about the show really when the day came? I'll tell you, by that point in time, I had a nice ham dinner. We got it from like this like place that they make restaurant grade food. You know what I mean? And so it was like a pre-prepared, like high quality ham. There was garlic seasoned green beans and like those red skin garlic mashed potatoes. It all tasted great together.
Ooh.
Some rolls with like the expensive ass glaze and everything. I don't even know how we got it. They didn't even fucking matter. I was like, that is a good Christmas dinner. Our boy got all kinds of stuff. See, the big thing he wanted, I think I said this, was Killer Croc. His Killer Croc is bigger than I thought and heavy fucking thing. So it's like a foot tall. And it's huge. And it's like the, the Todd McFarlane series of figures that's like really well made.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
He's very happy. He also wanted a Mr. Freeze comic book, which I managed to find for him today. It's a classic reprint of the issue where Joker infects Batman, and then Mr. Freeze, basically being the hero of the story, beats the hell out of Batman and makes him see sense. And I was like, well, that's the one he wanted, I guess. That's the one where Mr. Freeze is the good guy and Batman's the bad guy. Can't get more on the nose than that. He also
Well,
got a new fancy controller with the thumbsticks that are magnetic and they don't have that drift, because he's gone through 3 Xbox controllers with that drift shit.
Damn.
Well, he was a kid and he's hard on him, but this one, it has the magnetics, the anti-friction. I don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
It was all about the kid this Christmas. Of course, I also got her computer up and running, is because we had a problem where her power supply blew, which, if
Ooh.
you know about computers, is a nightmare.
Yeah.
She hadn't been able to play her Sims, and if you notice, some of the streaming has changed a little bit because I've been running it all off of my shit. So now she's back in business with her computer, and that's why she had the brilliant idea, Sam, if you joined us, so you know, for White Trash Court. Now, I know that the video feed didn't end up perfect. That was a technical hiccup, but otherwise, I think it went off great. And
Yeah.
we're definitely lined up for more. Everybody gets the concept. And I'm sure everybody wants their chance at all the different things.
Do you want to show the rule book again?
You can. Do you want to see the rule book, Sam?
Sure.
You were in Discord, so you maybe couldn't see.
Well,
But,
apparently there are different apparently there are different bills of rights too.
Did all of this except for the sticker by hand.
yeah. So she did all of this by hand.
Ooh.
The laws and the rules. And there are lots of rules, Sam.
Oh, it's even like tabbed and
There's more too, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
you gonna
literally
follow
more.
that?
5 sections already.
Wow.
I still have to add the new laws that both you and Evan created.
And so, yeah, and we get to keep making new laws that the next SAP has to follow. So if you didn't catch it, the concept's real simple, guys. Is White Trash Court, and it was Maxine's idea to have court shows where we argue about it and it doesn't really matter, and so we'll make it a game. And so we'll have a prosecutor and a defense and pick a topic, and you can charge them with any stupid stuff you want. It's not a real court, and it's all opinion and for fun and satire and such.
Nice.
And a different judge every time.
Every time will be a different judge, different prosecution, different defense. And you get to be the jury. And the winner of the case makes new rules. And the judge makes new rules. And the next time we have even more stupidity. There's currency systems, an item shop I'm working on.
Can I read the Woman's Bill of Rights? Because you read the Retard's Bill of Rights on the other show real quick. Would that be allowed?
Sure.
I think, yeah. But we probably got to start with the Cripple Bill of Rights because it came first anyway.
Hold on.
So I was writing rules for court, Sam, and I couldn't help but think that we have 2 crippled gentlemen, 2, who could be not only jurors. Shout out to Chat, by the way. He said he called you out earlier.
Picris, yeah.
Picris says, "Hey Sam, get really
Hey,
high and
Picris.
ate turkey." Based. I hope you basted, but based. And so, yeah, we got this idea, and I was like, well, we need a Bill of Rights for retards. Because I was going to say, basically, if you get 3 retard points, the court has declared you a retard, and there's all kinds of legal implications for your retardation, right?
Okay.
So if the tards have a Bill of Rights in the court, then the cripples needed a Bill of Rights too.
Well, hold on.
And then the Wyman got jealous, and then we got a Whammons Bill of Rights too.
Hold on. So we need to back it up a little bit because we got to explain this so that you can fully
What
understand.
about a crippled woman's Bill of Rights?
So because of his retardedness, okay, he started making these amendments and these fucking bills of rights and these fucking things left and fucking right. So I finally said, like, You can't do that anymore, okay? You can't make any more subsections with fucking bills of rights. You can't fucking
To
do
be
that
fair,
shit.
Sam,
So
the
then,
process of the court was like this.
Oh.
She made a rule, and then I made a rule. And she didn't make any rule about how long my rule could be, so I added a Bill of Rights for retards.
And then I was like, no.
And then she
So-
was like, that's too long. You can't do that.
So then this motherfucker is like, okay, rule number 37. So imagine me having to write this. You can't number these shits because it's not actually a Bill of Rights, right? So now you get the fun thing of you got to go here and then you get to flip a section and then you got to finish here because my Bill of Rights is in the middle. So here you go. You can read that one.
That
You did this to yourself.
Okay. So this is Sam. For you guys and Mort. Don't want to leave Mort out. We tend to leave Mort out. Fucked up. The 37 is the cripple Bill of Rights. Like Bill O rights.
yeah.
Cripples are immune to all negative side effects of a retard, but gain all the positives. So basically, Sam, when the retards convene, they can depose a judge, right? A cripple in that situation counts as a retard. See,
Nice.
you know what I mean? We can work together. In a gaggle of retards, a cripple counts as 2 retards or a megatard. Talking over cripples is not nice, but allowed.
That's true.
Cripples get to assign retard points.
Skip the section. Skip. Keep.
What?
Here. Then you gotta skip this. Because this is how you fucking did it. So this is how I had to put it in the book.
Oh, it's an annex. A subsection. Sorry. Per episode. So you guys actually have the ability to assign retard points twice per episode just for being crippled. Cripple status is determined by obvious things and we don't need to discuss it. They're in wheelchairs, bro.
Yes.
As leaders within the retard community by proxy, cripples get to mute any retard they want at any time.
But what if
Form of contempt for the court.
Yeah, it's like a check and balance.
yeah.
In case of emergency, whammon and cripples first, retards must wait their turn. That's really important. The court acknowledges cripples have mind powers universally, no exceptions.
I mean yes.
Cripple guys get a pass on occasional dirty jokes, but can be muted by a woman and assigned a retard point.
Fair.
Cripple points are an unlimited currency only cripples have that can be used for stuff. What stuff? Cripple stuff.
Yes, they're really written like this.
The secret cripple shop can be opened once per episode and contains random game-breaking powers for cripples. Cripples can give out cripple currency if you're nice to them and shit.
Question: Does the cripple store have a wheelchair ramp though?
No.
No, but wait. Dude,
They can't use it.
Where is it? Hold on. Fuck, where is it? I don't remember which one it is.
You can tell I had a little bit of fun with this.
Well, more I guess.
Rule number 13. The court should always be wheelchair accessible, and that is my fucking rule, bitch. I got your back.
Secret shop is not an arm of the court. It is a private for-profit venture.
I got your back. I got your backs.
I appreciate that.
No, let's be real. I would be the one having their back because I'd be the one pushing the chair.
Shut up, dickhead.
So there you go. That's the cripple Bill of Rights, Sam. What do you think about my Bill of Rights for cripples in the court?
I think it's epic.
Yeah. But since you brought it up, I'm gonna make sure the wheelchair ramp does not work at the secret shop, so you guys have to crawl in. Wait, oh no, only for you. Mort can just use it.
Okay.
Damn it!
Well, you have to have some hardship.
So more only live. Okay.
Well, he is older, so I suppose it would be easier.
You can use the wheelchair ramp, but you get a retard point.
Sometimes the people who
It's none of this is rule yet. It's not in the book.
For 42 years.
Sometimes the people who make wheelchair ramps should get retard points.
I know, because the shit's like back and forth, and all it would take is a little.
Well, also like some of the elevations for them are like
Yeah, and but that's what I mean. It's like either too steep, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like you gotta fucking wheel yourself a mile to get in the fucking store. Instead of them just putting a reasonable fucking little gradual little dip.
Yeah, I
don't understand why it's so hard. Like, it's like they've never seen a wheelchair before, you know?
It's so funny. Because this is like listening to the conversations between you and my dad all over again.
No shit, yeah.
My other favorite thing is when they put like ramps in front of parking spaces. And then the space is like I'm like blocked by somebody's Buick or
I love ramp blocking car space, handicap space, right? Like the perfect confluence of like, how the fuck did you think I was gonna get out of a car if somebody parked here?
Yeah. Totally. So
and in some cases you might even think that if you're not in a wheelchair, you'd be like, I can't even get out of here. How the fuck is anybody's?
I would rather deal with a shitty wheelchair ramp than a.
Now we'll never know.
Shitty cramp.
Wow.
Rumble just didn't want him to tell us. Rumble was like, no more. You're not allowed to tell us. And now he's
Rumble gave him a retard point.
Rumble gets the retard point.
Oh, speaking of Rumble gets retard points, actually.
And then Mort's gone again, so Rumble's getting 2. One more and it's a retard.
Because, well, I mean, Rumble is kind of retarded. And I know we're streaming there. I don't really care though, because
shout out to the Rumble audience that's generally for me bigger than YouTube anyway, but sometimes the platform gets a retard point from me.
Yeah, no, let's be clear. The Rumble audience is great. It's the platform that sent me an email.
I mean, it's fine. Like, a guy can be retarded and he's fine. He's even maybe your friend. You hang out with him, but you just know that guy's gonna kick Mortheous out in the middle of his joke.
Oh my god.
So that is he back finally?
No. Look who replaced him though. We have a Shmuley.
Oh my god, it wasn't Rumble. Shmuley, what have you done with Mortheous?
Well, Obviously,
fine.
he's pleading the fifth.
No, he's probably fine. Yeah.
All right, I'm here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So welcome.
Mortheous just got kicked out by Rumble
Well,
in the middle of a joke.
Well, that's probably a good move by Rumble.
Yeah. And then I read the Cripple Bill of Rights.
I had not paid attention to the fact that you've added like internet scumbag and other schizo art to the background. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, she made most of that shit. Except the schizo art is actually my son put a bunch of paint dots on a piece of paper and then told her to make it into a monster, so she painted a little fluffy bunny tail on it and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's base.
And then the one right above my head is like Head PE's logo. She drew out after we went to the concert.
I was just laughing because I recorded a video for my Snapchat and then went about uploading it, and it took for ages. And it randomly spliced the video and then uploaded chunks of it out of order so that none of it made any sense.
So this faggot just came on here and admitted he ain't watched us in a year, Sam.
Yeah.
I've been busy.
No,
I know. I just, wow. Sheesh.
I
I had the same background for about April. Would you say April, March?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
almost a year.
Here's a good question. Do you see the background when you listen on iTunes?
No.
Ah, exactly.
Of course he's on iTunes because he's the big CEO on his Apple products.
Yeah, I get my iPod and I download it from iTunes.
Aren't you all fancy? See, out here in the Android world where we all live, all the peons. Yeah, we watch things with video.
I'm old school. I'm going to listen to a podcast on my fucking iPod Nano.
Which is
well, we got Rooster Cogburn says America is a Jewish oligarchy. Happy New Year, though.
Epic.
okay.
Happy New Year to you too.
If that's
Seems
true,
a little
Rooster.
off the beaten path. Are you literally triggered by an American flag? You should Google the helium method.
Well,
Yeah.
what I would say
If chat's actually triggered by the American flag, if they're literally freaking out over Rooster Cogburn, you're a faggot.
Well, it all depends. If he's converting to Judaism, then I'll respect him.
I mean, that's the way to go if it's true.
If America's a Jewish oligarchy, I'm converting to Judaism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny because I can't think of why else somebody would say that in chat except that they have autism.
Well, I mean, they also might be saying it because they know I've got the J pass.
Hey, Craig's probably working, so
As
this is actually a Jewish oligarchy too, because on account of we got a Jew. So,
Well,
yes.
you know,
literally on call, like we have literally called upon our Jew. He's also our engineer and our doctor.
Yes.
well, I mean, you're definitely not going to trigger Shmuley by pointing this out.
I know.
No.
Well, I just hope Merry New Year, chat person. We're sitting here talking about the dumbest shit in the world. He sees an American flag and he's triggered enough to scream about Jews in the chat. Yes, this person should off themselves, theoretically. They offer no value to society.
And Mortheous is back. So
And speaking of people that do offer value to society, Mortheous, please finish the joke. Rumble joke fucked us. and I wanted to hear it. He's gone.
That man just Rumble
What is
just
going on anymore, Sam? I'm crashing out on New Year's. What the fuck?
Rumble is canceling Mortheous. I thought Rumble was against cancel culture, bros. Like,
No, his joke was just going to be about wheelchair ramps. Is this really too edgy, Rumble?
apparently.
Guy in the chat's talking about Jews. We can't even make a joke about wheelchairs.
On
We got 2 fucking crippled guys. We can't make a joke about a wheelchair.
Look,
What the fuck?
if you want to know who rules over you, it's who you can't criticize.
Can't criticize cripples.
Yeah, the cripples rule us.
Oh my God, we live in a crypto oligarchy.
I mean,
Crypto. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's all making sense, Sam. You guys are in charge and you can't. Sam, if you guys, how is it that if cripples run everything, what's going on? What did you do?
well,
Why
I
are
mean,
you not in?
I mean, look, I mean, like Stephen Hawking was our Steam leader, and we meet every Tuesday. We meet every Tuesday and Thursday at the library to discuss.
Of course, the cripples meet on Tuesday.
Max, he didn't go to the island.
No,
That's how he didn't go to crippled pedo island, and so that's why Sam is in charge.
I'm the only one. Well, plus they.
It's because them New York City liberal cripples. They be running. Everything. I got you.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
one of those outsider cripples.
Oh, I've always been an outsider.
Well, how do we get in?
Cripple.
We
Well,
gotta do some weird. Like, is there a cripple wall we can bow at or something?
well, I mean, look, there is a way you can join us. I'm just not sure it's I mean you can join.
But then, Sam, you're already in a wheelchair, and we're talking about how we're on the outside. I'm saying how we get in. I don't need to be crippled.
Look, we have
Well,
look-maxers
I mean-
hitting themselves. We have look-maxers hitting themselves with hammers in the head. They should have been hitting themselves in the legs.
You're hitting yourself in the kneecap.
yeah.
I need that wheelchair ramp access.
I mean that. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. You have people breaking their faces with you know.
It is all making sense though, because check this out, guys. When you're at like anywhere where you have to wait in line, they put cripples up front and like make them cut you. They really do run everything. Oh my God.
Yes.
My whole worldview is a lie, Sam. The cripples are in charge of everything because they have, some of them have select privileges in certain situations.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What
do we do about this, Sam? You know what cripples think like.
Well, I know what some of them think like.
We haven't done old school cripple banter like this in a while, huh?
Well, the thing it is though is like there are tiers to crippledom too though. So like I am in charge of like Ricky.
Are you telling me you're like a C tier?
Well, compared to Ricky Berwick, I mean, yeah.
Fair, bro. Compared to Ricky Berwick, you're not even all that crippled.
No, but also like I'm struggling on YouTube to get like 1,000 subscribers. Like I'm.
Think about this, Sam. You and Mortheous, you both are far less crippled than big fat bitches on scooters at Walmart.
Yes, that is true.
So they claim anyway.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are retarded.
A lot of them can't walk as far as you.
That is actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also,
They actually do need them carts at a certain point, you know. Then it's fun because, like, if you're a normal person as you age, right, you might consider, like, say you have a knee surgery, say you have a fucking hip surgery, say, you know, you're 40, something happens like that, you will still not fucking want to use the cart even when you absolutely should, because
yeah.
people will think you're just a fat lazy fuck, which is why I say fat lazy fucks should be banned from the carts.
Well, they're the ones who also like they get the
Maybe we
handicap.
gotta start asking people for notes, Sam. That's why I wrote in there, like, what defines a cripple? It was like obvious. It's
Yeah.
obvious. That's one of those things of like what we're talking about. If you don't know and you need me to spell it out for you, then you're a cat lady. What's a cripple? It's a, you
Yeah.
know, you can see with your eyes. They have a a simple definition would be like a physical disability that is obvious, that
Yeah.
requires basic, you know, a ramp,
But
a chair,
and by the
crutches.
yeah,
Right. You
Stephen.
can be temporarily a cripple, can you not?
Oh, absolutely. However, with that in mind, I would say that Steven Crowder having fibromyalgia is not the same.
That's the point, right? Yeah. It's like you're not a cripple because you got a neuro condition. You're a cripple because you literally need help with access. That's like what defines it, basically.
Well, even like I do know people with like neurological conditions too. Like, Mortheous is a perfect example actually. But it's like when Steven Crowder like complains that like, oh, I have fibromyalgia, like he's never actually defined what that is. It's just like,
It's also strange because it's generally something only women have.
yeah,
It's there is a lot of controversy about that particular diagnosis, where there's a segment of the medical community that doesn't think it's real versus a segment that it's misunderstood. It doesn't seem to get studied enough. It's one of those things. And so you can kind of say you got it and people think it's this awful thing, but like the range of symptoms that people complain about really is a spectrum kind of deal. So it's one of those things that a lot of people will say they have because it sounds really bad. And
yeah,
what it really amounts to is pain problems, generalized pain problems.
yeah. Which indeed can be crippling.
It can
So
be, but it can also be you being a bitch. Like that's why I say there's a spectrum. And then there can also be, I know that this exists, right? And it's a great excuse for me being a bitch because
and
most people don't understand that I'm being a bitch and they
and
think it sounds really bad. And because people do that, people don't take it seriously. That's why it doesn't get studied, actually.
yeah, and also it's a great grifter. See, Crowder has grifteritis, which is a condition I came up with. It's I'm sick. Subscribe to my Patreon.
Yo, how do we catch that shit? It seems to be lucrative.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, I am already crippled. You
Let's
know.
talk about looks maxing, Sam.
Well, look, we have the expert on looks maxing.
I know it's tough because it's a panel of all of us are, you know, clearly stud muffin handsome guys, and we're looking at these poor pathetic looks maxing young men that are, you know, just desperately trying to look like a grown up, and it's very sad, Sam.
Yeah.
Somebody ought to beat them up. And you know what? I'm willing to do it. Look, any of these look maxers, instead of hammering your own face, what it is, guys, you have what's called internalized faggotry. And the only solution to that problem is for a big guy to come and punch you in the face. So you're trying to simulate it by hammering your face. You think you're hammering it into shape. Yes, the shape of a guy who gets his cheekbones broken a lot from being a stupid ass. I'm willing to be your bully. You can pay me. I have a very reasonable fee. I'll come hammer your face for you.
He would just do on principle.
Yeah. And then when you get hit a couple times, you'll grow a set and a personality, and then maybe you'll get laid, and you don't need to do all this retarded looks maxing shit.
See, they think they gotta hit themselves in the head with a hammer, but in reality, you gotta fucking use a wrench. You gotta wrench your nose into position. Okay? And you gotta hit your dick with a hammer.
Now, in this case, I feel like I'm the old school one, okay? Because I am a firm believer in the proper shaping of a man's face should be via being punched in it. I mean, it worked for me.
So true.
How?
It's funny because we've talked off air about this quite a bit, and I'm like, hey, can we spread the looks maxer stuff? Because anyone who falls for it, they can just kind of take themselves out of the gene pool.
They're actually better for that than a gay guy.
Oh yeah,
a gay guy's more likely to wife somebody than a fucking looks maxer.
Yep. And it's astonishing too, because they, at least that guy, he views men like men view women, and then that's how he's trying to maximize it. He's actually not maximizing for the...
Yeah, he's maximizing for other closeted gay dudes like himself.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to step yourself up, you would have to overcome whatever's fucked in his head that prevents him from being himself around literally anyone, and is compelling him to try to be like Andrew Bateman. That would be my advice, and that would actually require hard work and introspection and emotional intelligence.
I meant to get to this in my arguments in the court case, but Patrick Bateman is quite clearly, if you're not retarded completely, if you read the book or watch the film, doesn't matter which one, okay? All he does is a metaphor that he's a closeted middle-aged gay guy. Guys, you're worshiping a gay guy trying to hide his gayness. What the fuck? He didn't cheat on his fiance at all. He didn't bang any of the so-called hot broads that he didn't even fuck the hookers. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't kill the fucking... None of that happened. It's all in his head. It's a grown man who's really fucking gay, fantasizing about all the weird fucking shit he could do. It's an autistic fit. The whole fucking thing. And it's supposed to be taken that way. And if you don't believe me, look at the fucking things that the author of the book says about it. Or read the other parts of the fucking series. Did you know it was part of a series? No, because you're retarded. Stop hammering your face. Grow up. I should give you a wedgie and then put you in the toilet head first.
Yeah. But once again, almost nothing that they say, nothing that they're doing really is evident in any kind of the actual studies on attractiveness that I've seen.
Well, the fact
they'll be much more attractive after I give them a professional hair treatment. You see, I guess the vulgar term for it is a swirly, but what it really is, it's this high end hair maintenance routine for young men to do, so that they can get. And the thing is that's the kind of shit you can sell to these fucking assholes. You could have a swirly fucking water thing and say it'll help them get fucking chicks, and they will swirly them fucking selves. Stop hammering your face, retard. You should be locked up for that.
Also saying that Gavin Newsom would be better than JD Vance because he's like
He said JD Vance is subhuman. I'm like, do you know what the word human even means?
yeah, no.
I mean, it's interesting because
These valueless, vapid fucks want to talk about somebody that's dedicated their life to something at all. Is hilarious.
yeah, I mean, I want to know his how many times has he passed on his genes? How many kids does he have?
I believe he's a virgin.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
he's a 20-year-old virgin. Okay, cool. And does he do a lot of? I guess he does do a lot of public speaking, but he was in the Marine Corps.
I don't know. Driving around with a camera on isn't necessarily public speaking.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. So did he get into finance and then prove himself in that after a successful career in the military? And then
No,
pivot?
he has to mog on his enemies, which means in most cases this translates to spending money on luxury goods and clothing.
Ah.
Yeah, so basically if he gets money, it gets spent on that.
Yeah, because all the science that I've read would show that JD Vance is far more attractive than this guy. I guess he was comparing Gavin Newsom to JD Vance, and there could be a degree. I guess there could be an argument there. Both of these guys, you'll notice, are actually valuable. Because of things that this kid doesn't have.
It's like I love that everybody's analyzing that, but here was my take from the beginning. If you're going to vote based on which guy you think is look better, you're a faggot.
So true.
Yes.
By the way, that doesn't just exclude to men. Say there was 2 hot e-girls running, and you are deciding your vote based on which one's more attractive. You too are a faggot, just in a different way.
Yeah.
See, I don't use that term to mean anything about gay necessarily. It's more of a demasculating thing, Sam.
Yeah.
And like, equally demasculating is a simp, I think. I mean, he's a simp. He's a Gavin Newsom simp. Imagine being a simp as a man. Ugh. For anyone. For any dude.
I think you should maximize.
I guess if you're gay, it might. Because you're still a simp. A gay simp is still a simp.
Imagine being a man and being like, the thing that I need to max out to this degree is looks. It's not social skills. It's not personal virtue. It's not discipline. It's not
it's not even money.
It's not power. It's not.
Like, at least money makes sense for that, right? Like, that was the thing in my day. And see, it's obvious to like older people who are not like internet brain rotted out that like talking to people at an early age in real life is actually the solution to this fucking problem, because you'll be more comfortable at being yourself and such. But they've come up with all these like video game fucking solutions to the problem, like looks maxing. The problem with min-maxing in any video game is it's autistic fucking behavior, and everybody else playing the game hates you for it. Did you know that? If you're playing World of Warcraft, which is where the fucking maxing thing comes from, min-maxing in video game terms, minimize every problem that you have, maximize everything that is offensive. You minimize all like incoming damage, you maximize your output. You maximize your stats, you minimize the ones that are bad for you. That's where they're taking the term from. It's a video game thing, right? And that's the problem, is they're only maxing. Well, if you do that in a video game, you end up with an underpowered character, retard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be the guy that's going to be telling everybody to fucking sort themselves out. And what I mean by that is specifically like this kid, if I honestly sat down with him, my advice to him would be figure out why you can't be your fucking self. And I know that sounds fucking shallow, and people will tell you just be yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm saying find out why you're so fucking incapable of being yourself that you have a fucking flat effect, and you're going to this degree to change your physical appearance to make it so that you can feel like you have self-worth at all.
Well, most people don't even know who they are,
Because
who they
it's a
themselves
teenage
are.
girl at heart.
Yeah.
That's why, at the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is he is speed
He needs
running.
to know why.
He is speed running every negative teenage girl trend of the last 30 years all at once.
Yeah.
From diet pills to, yes, women were hammering their faces in the 80s. This goes back. Like all the stuff he's doing, taking steroids, that was popular in the early 90s, especially for like looks among women, different hormone treatments, like all kinds of shit. He's just doing all the shit women did to overcome their self-consciousness, and anyone has expected me to believe that this is a confident young man. I would, again, see, Shmuley's nice. He's gonna over here explain, maybe hope this guy turns it around. My strategy always was
he
just
won't.
beat a guy like that up and hope he figures it out.
He won't turn it around, and I know that, but there might be somebody that could hear my voice potentially that could like go down that route of going, hey, actually, Shmuley's fucking right. I should sort myself out. And I'm only saying it because I'm a guy who has worked on trying to sort himself out. And I can tell you that it makes all the fucking difference in the entire world in almost every single domain. And those are the things you should max out in life. If you want to min-max that, you need to min-max having presence, being calm, being more fucking... I don't even want to limit it to just guys, but just be a more virtuous human being. Be present with people. Don't rush to judge on them. Find out why am I projecting on other people.
You're getting at there is what you need to minimize is the things that you're ashamed of.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is why religion can help a lot of people with that, because it literally is sort of telling you to minimize your guilt and shame by minimizing your sinning, and also improving yourself through finding redemption. Like that's why that works, right? That's people have fallen in line with that trick for a couple thousand years now,
If you're a guy and your personality is hitting yourself with a fucking hammer, okay, and your skincare lotion and shit, then there's a problem. There's some shit that happened to you in the past. There's some stuff in your shadow that you fucking repressed, because that is not how you're fucking born to be.
Right.
Well, and that's where bullying, I've always made this case, came from, right? Was the concept of aberrant behavior kind of just triggers people. Sometimes, obviously, it's misapplied. Most times, in fact. But sometimes a kid does need to get, like, if not beat up might be extreme, but like told, like, bro, you're just being fucking weird. And people, and the problem with the internet age, the problem with Zoomers, in my millennial opinion, and it's like, oh God, millennial could have an opinion about Zoomers. Yeah, all you do is shit on us. So for 1 second, you should think that you are so used to online communication where everything has to be explained to you instantly, that you live in a world with no mystery at all, and you expect everything to be like that at all times, and you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. Well,
what you don't know is more infinitely large than what you do or will ever.
Well, and also, Shmuley's pointing to, like, sorting yourself out, like, that's something that all three of us, and I would say all four of us, including Mort, have had to do at one.
No, I'm a guy.
Is, well, I mean, clearly. So.
Well, I mean, I've had this very thing where I, like, once you think to yourself, hey, this is triggering some kind of emotional response, what's actually going on here? And then you kind of go follow it back, and you're like, hey, these events in my past probably fucking shaped this as a perspective, and that's like my subconscious brain. So I'm going to process that and understand that, and then work to integrate and overcome that. Because if you can't fucking be yourself around other people that is a problem you need to address. There's something that's actually dysfunctional.
Speaking
It's
of
funny because Zoomers have an answer to a lot of their problems, but they say it so ironically that it's meaningless. But touch grass, meaning literally not just go outside, you're on the computer too much, but literally turn off your fucking device sometimes and just breathe the fucking air, because you only got so long you're going to be able to do that.
yeah,
Especially if you're young, man. It don't matter your circumstances. I'm living proof of this. I come from the worst home ever, but I still don't feel like you have an infinite possibility for a certain amount of time. And then you
yeah.
have less and less and less, and you're busy chasing tail. I'll tell you, most of those guys, that's even what they're chasing. They're not chasing a wife, even. They're chasing tail. It's like, well, I watch guys. That's not new. I knew guys that chased tail too, and they look smacks of their era too. That was wearing Jordans and some nice shit and having a personality, something that these guys are like appalled by the idea of having a personality. But
Well, part of that is
what happened
because
to the players? What happened to those guys that chased tails, Sam? I'll tell you what happened. They got ex-wives, they got baby mamas, they got venereal diseases, they got all kind of problems from it.
oh yeah.
That ain't changed.
Well, and then
If anything, it's gotten worse in terms of if you get divorced, you're probably more likely to get fucked.
and then what's funny is like you mentioned, where did all the players go? Like Gen Z doesn't really have any like player types to even look up to. They have, uh, you know, perfect segue. Andrew Tate got the shit beaten out.
This is important, Sam. I would like to publicly rescind any and all challenging I have ever made to Andrew Tate for his own safety, because the man can't even keep his hands up when he's being paid lots of money in a professional boxing match, Sam. That man has the skills of a 12-year-old. I could teach 12-year-olds to beat Andrew Tate. So, though I said I'd fight him anytime, anywhere, at some point you have to look out for somebody's safety. So,
yeah.
Andrew Tate always struck me as insecure. You can tell with all of the yelling and stuff. And he talks about being a guy with impeccable frame, but then he creates a frame that is like hyper competitive and low, like, how do I even phrase this? Just low fucking cooperation, just absurdly weak and insecure, and to the point where, yeah, he goes to box and he loses, and his frame can't survive that.
If your status is look how many Maseratis I have, then like
hold on. The answer is simple, that he didn't know one thing. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
yeah.
He's both. That's a problem. He's dumb, but he's not tough.
He thought he was tough for like a long time.
You know, Sam, I even took him seriously when he said he was a professional fighter, but they mentioned his record. His record of having 12 amateur fights about 20 years ago. Do you know, Sam, I had more amateur fights about 20 years ago than 12, and I won more than 12. I'm not kidding when I say I could get, I had, and that was just boxing. Kickboxing was like another couple dozen, and then another couple dozen or so what they call freestyle. Regardless, like fighting was what I did, right? Like that was my sport. Here's another thing, Zoomers. Oh, sports ball. Oh, I hate sports. You know what? Sports got me socially acclimated to people around me, even though I too am a nerd. I was into nerdy things, but I had tons of friends. Why? Because I played fucking sports and I knew how to talk locker room talk and shit. Y'all are weird about all kinds of shit. My God, I've never met a Zoomer who was like not a freak in the locker room. Like they go hide in a corner. Like people are trying to look at their dick. Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, Andrew Tate is 39 years old. So he's like,
I was just giving a zoomers. Like, you guys gotta fucking go. Like, the idea that, oh, I get it. You hate organized sports. I get it. I didn't play organized sports. I played blood sports, bro. Combat sports. You're not on a team, motherfucker. You train, you get in the fucking ring, you fight a guy, you win or you lose. You got your coach and you got your team, sort of, your dojo or your fucking gym or whatever. But no, it's not the same as the sports ball, bro culture. You know, you guys could use some fucking sports ball, bro culture, because look at your fucking, you think hammer in your face, that'll do it.
yeah.
You know what'll
Andrew
get you
Tate-
chicks? They see you playing basketball, dummy.
Andrew Tate is the kind of fucking masculinity that, like, the dumbest of fucking car salesman guys do. I mean, and I say that because I've seen the motivational speaking that these fucking faggots have about, you want a hard, easy life or a normal life? Do you want a hot wife or you want a fucking Lexus in your driveway? It's this literal fucking, it's a Maserati, and then they confuse fucking masculinity with just screaming and dominance hierarchies constantly and competition, which is like, you know, it's a fine fucking thing to do, but it's the male equivalent of being like the catty bitch
Most
causes drama. It's not fucking integrated adult fucking masculinity.
If that's he says that kind of stuff, would you rather have one? Dude, I wouldn't trade with him for anything. Give up my wife and my child? Fuck you. For what? Vapid, shallow fucking bullshit? No.
Yeah, but Max, they're gonna have.
You can throw all the Maseratis you want. If I had to trade that away, it wouldn't be worth it.
Well,
apparently, I'm just not materialistic enough.
Well, here's the dirty secret, Max. Most of those influencers who have like the 12 Maseratis, you know, in their Instagram photo shoots or whatever, they don't actually own those cars.
I know, and I don't care, dude. I wouldn't drive that crap any. Like,
I know.
I don't want to call him out, but you notice who actually enjoyed supercars that I know that love that stuff. Do you know who I know who did that? Kurt.
I mean, Kurt has the money though to do.
He had the money and he had the supercars and he enjoyed it
for a higher calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is,
by the way, for people that don't know who we're talking about, the higher calling wasn't even like a church thing or something. He literally gave it up because he believes in philosophy.
Yes. But my point is that guys who actually fucking enjoy those supercars that have the money to do it are not going to run around going, "Where's your fucking Maserati?"
No.
They're like, I like this. This is hell. It's like the guy, sad Sam. Oh my God, what's his name? The guy, the Call of Duty, one of the original creators that died in the car accident over Christmas. He drove his Ferrari. It came out under a bridge coming too fast. He just went. It didn't even look like much, but car's on fire.
Yeah.
I don't care to. I had my times of driving fast. I don't like that mentality in a 40-something-year-old man is a little concerning to me. Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with a guy like that.
Well, of course not. Of course not. Because a guy like that is going to go, "Oh, I gotta fucking compete with you. I gotta compete with you because I'm fucking fundamentally insecure."
Yeah, and then they'll just do wild ass shit.
Yes, incapable of regulating my own emotions.
Yeah.
It's fucking gay. And you want to talk about, like I said, it's gay and immature. And if you want to talk about archetypes of like guys who are attractive, the actual thing you should be thinking about is like James Bond and fucking like guys who can regulate their own emotions, who are mature and suave because they're comfortable in their own skin and they know what they want.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a higher
level.
I'll tell you a great example of like the at least for like a millennial goth, like adjacent alt person like myself, is you're looking at Brandon Lee in The Crow. Because one, he makes all the bitches wet.
Yep.
That's just undeniable of our entire generation. And two, the character itself exhibits so many traits that these guys wish they even knew what they looked like.
Yeah.
And this is my point. Part of like being a man that you should be going for is to, exactly, in the chat, to be stoic and to be able to regulate yourself and to not be needy and to not be insecure and not
that's
be
why I say the Crow has that stoicism throughout that whole
Exactly.
film, even despite what he's trying to accomplish being so fucking grim and so angering. He is quiet, calm, kind when he needs to be. He's kind to the little girl and the mother, but also when he needs to take care of business, he does that too. And also, unlike all their little stoic heroes, the thing that y'all are missing about stoicism is it doesn't mean you can't smile. It doesn't mean you can't laugh. It doesn't mean you can't cry either. It just
Yep.
means don't be such a bitch about it.
Yeah.
the perfect archetype in my mind of that is the main character from the show, The Young Pope. Have you seen that show?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I would say that's also a good reference. Yeah.
Well, also,
he has very clear frame of what he wants to accomplish, and he has practiced self-mastery, and you see inside of his own mind, you see his internal struggle, and you see all of the things that he faced, which really makes it a great show. But outwardly, he's cunning and calm and collected and self-confident, and that confidence comes from the trust in himself that he's earned through his virtues and self-masteries. Once again, these are like classical values that exist,
And they trade all that for mimicking a flat affectation and call it stoic.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my point is like,
I
I
see.
guarantee you Marcus Aurelius was not a flat affectation.
well,
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I keep hearing about a lot too that like I don't really get is when I hear these guys who aren't even 50 yet, they're like in their 40s, when I hear them talking about, "Oh, I'm going through a midlife crisis." That always like really kind of upsets me because I'm like, "What?" I mean, it doesn't upset me, but I'm like, "What crisis are you going through that like?" And it's like, "Oh, I got divorced," or it's like,
It's,
"Well,"
to be
or something.
honest, Sam, it's like a way that they express like an existential dread that they can't define based upon things not going exactly the way they want, usually.
Right, yeah, I
It's an
get.
undefinable, yeah.
But then, like, I've talked to some of them, and it's like, okay, so you got divorced, and like that's sad and whatnot. It's like I'm crippled though, like, like you don't think like I've suffered
I
from
don't
like
think that's a fair
self-esteem.
comparison, depending, right? Maybe a guy. I mean, look, Sam, I get that. It's because it's not even apples to apples; it's oranges to pears.
Right.
If a guy spent 20 years in a marriage when he's got children and he's dealing with the fallout of that falling apart, it's not fair to say, "Well, I'm crippled." Like
Yeah,
you're kind of being a dick by saying that.
I'm not
You
exactly saying.
completely minimizing somebody's problem, right?
Well,
You
if,
mogged them.
well,
Yeah, you're
well,
mogging on him with a wheelchair, bro.
well, if someone just went through a serious divorce or something like that's one thing. But if it's
I see what you're saying, though. Not every crisis is that level.
right, what
Generally speaking, you have it worse, but there can be scenarios where what you said is dickish.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like I have empathy for the hardworking guy who's gone through a terrible divorce. I have empathy for that guy. What I don't have empathy for is the guy who someone like Andrew Tate who
Gobbles dick. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Well, the worst thing is I told fucking Sam one time my back hurt. Huge fucking mistake, right? He went, "Oh yeah, well I'm fucking crippled."
I know.
It's like, damn, dude.
I was like, I don't know, Sam. I feel a little under the weather this evening, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, I'm crippled." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I got to do the show." He's a monster, chat.
He just always mogs us. Any struggle that I face, I can find in Sam, and he goes, "Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm crippled." And what do you fucking say to that?
Although if someone does have back pain, that can be like depending on.
I was just like, hey, I got laid off from work and my girlfriend cheated on me, so I had to leave her. And Sam's like, that's interesting. I'm crippled.
I know.
No,
It's like, damn, bro.
no,
Why you gotta do him like that? I was like, yo, I had a heart attack. I saw the Lord. I thought I was dead. I left my family behind. Sam's like, yeah, I was crippled though. The whole time.
And then he kept saying, where's your book?
I was I didn't know you when you had a heart attack. But yeah, that must have been like.
And all I can ever say to him is, yeah, Sam, but you have a problem physically. You're crippled. So like you have physical problems. But do you know what it's like to be retarded? No, you don't. Not all the time, only on occasion. I have a brain problem, Sam. I do stupid things without thinking about it. That's hard. You don't get consequences for your actions of not being able to go upstairs. I get consequences of actions of dumb things I say. I would argue being retarded might be way harder. Have you ever tried to navigate the DMV while retarded, Sam?
No, but sometimes trying to navigate the DMV makes me feel retarded. So
I think paperwork. Okay,
we have to get a Downey for the show now, just so the Downey can mog on fucking Sam.
I think paperwork should be treated like stairs for you. And that I should have a wheelchair ramp for paperwork at the government offices.
Well, shit, bro. That ought to be a thing for all of us.
Well, if everybody gets it, then it's not special for retarded people, is it?
I'm
talking about accommodation. That shit's hard. They like, there's four. They're like, what's your legal name? And I'm like, I don't. And they're like, if you're wrong about it, we can charge you with 3 felonies. And I'm like, what is my name? Oh God.
Yeah, no. I've had that too. It's like what I've had identity crises too when doing.
And then they're like, there's shit like, what's your first dog's name? And I'm like, oh, I don't even remember. Oh my God, am I not gonna get my cards no more? You're not gonna give me my license because I don't remember my first dog's name.
You know what? Like on that subject,
what
like
if
that,
I had dementia, Sam.
Like that is.
But I'm just retarded.
That is one thing. Like I do wish that Trump, like if there was one candidate who could say like I'm going to simplify all this government paperwork and make it like plain English, like I would vote for that person.
Yeah. Oh, well, they definitely would get the retard vote.
Yeah.
Simple paperwork now. That shit's too hard. That's my campaign slogan, Sam.
I mean, that's also a good reason to abolish the IRS.
Too much math.
Yes.
Not good.
Well, why do you think I'm an English
I'm calling
major?
for a moratorium on mandatory math on retards. This shit's gotta stop. It's torture.
Yes.
It's gotta be against some Geneva Convention or something. You can make retarded people do math. That's mean.
It is.
Do you kick midgets? Oh my God. Do you push Sam down the stairs? No.
So I mean my math teacher might as well have done both those things.
Well, who do you think is like the number one enemy of retards?
Math teachers.
No, just teachers.
Well, yeah, that too.
Teachers did threaten to put a trash bag over the kid's head and suffocate him if he wouldn't shut up.
A
teacher would suffocate a student with a trash bag, he said, if he didn't shut up.
The kid wouldn't shut up and stop asking what he deemed as stupid questions. And he said, if you don't shut up, I'm going to take that trash bag out of that can, put it over your head. And, like, that's when I just kind of, like, blocked it up because I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to watch a murder. Oh, my God. Like,
now,
everyone
hold on.
out in class. And I was a freshman in high school.
Now, see, I was saying how teachers are the enemy. Where was this guy when I needed him?
He was also my senior math teacher too, and he was way different.
I might have learned some shit if I got threatened with murder on occasion.
No one believed me but my parents too when I told them that. Like, because no one else in the class would say anything because they were terrified of him. I went home and I was like, you know what this motherfucker said in class today? The kid's annoying as fuck, but no one
I had a math tutor, and he was an old school engineering guy that my mother knew. And because I did online school, and he came over, and he would use racial slurs in the examples, like the math problems. And he said that caught your attention. You know, you started paying attention. I was like, you know what? I fucking did. You know, he started busting out, you got 60 ovens and, yeah, we won't get into it, but.
Now, one Pakistani moves into town. With him, he's allowed to take, by chain migration, 3 other Pakis. Pretty soon, the guy running the cocoa store's name is Haji. How many Pakis before the chain migration stops?
Hey, speaking of migration, Timmy Walls is getting in trouble for all the shit in
the massive fraud that they're all doing in every blue state.
Minnesota has become the joke of the entire country right now. Although, to be fair,
for the country of Somalia, it's not so much of a joke as a cash cow.
Well, Minnesota has become little Somalia, essentially. It seems.
It's bigger than Somalia. Give them credit. They actually have more Somalians.
Fair.
Yeah, which is great for Somalia when we send them all back, right?
Yeah.
They're all good people, I hear. They're engineers and doctors and lawyers. So they'll do great in Somalia.
Yeah.
They'll go back and rebuild that country.
They'll turn
it into... And they sure as shit should, because of all the money that they stole.
Yeah, they'll turn it into Wakanda or something.
There you go. It'll be a paradise in Somalia. Can't wait. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sam.
I'm also ready to bomb Venezuela for much the same reason, because then we can send all these brilliant people we just got back to go fix it.
Yeah, totally.
Sam, how do we fix Somalia?
How
would we make it great?
Yeah,
let's make Somalia great again.
What would Somalia have to do to be a great country, Sam?
Well, first they would have to understand simple things.
You're asking too much. Understand?
Yeah.
They need a welfare state or what? What's the marginal tax rate that'll fix Somalia?
I mean, I think at this point the thing that would fix Somalia would be well, I'm not sure I can say it.
What do you mean?
At this point, which is super funny, all my black friends look at Somalians the same way I do, and they're checking the same way I am.
Yeah,
and they see, because we got actually Hondurans here, and it's much the same thing. Because they just showed up and they're all illegals, and so black people here are checking the same thing I am. When they meet a new black person, they want to know if they speak American, not English. American.
No, that's the hilarious
Black
thing.
American is fine. It's just got to be American.
I actually had one of my black American friends tell me the other day. He's like, man, I get it now why some white people are shady around black people.
Well, it's just as soon as that's the one good thing. As soon as they open your mouth, it's crazy. The racists couldn't comprehend this, I guess. And maybe even people 30 years ago might not comprehend this, right? but you're just relieved that they're speaking American.
Yeah.
And if they're not, then it's like, But if it's just a black guy and he's like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "All right, okay."
Who would have thought that the mutual distrust of Somalians would bring white American and black Martin Luther King would be
Hey,
Sam.
Dave Chappelle said there's a reason he don't want to go live in Africa.
Sam,
true.
how do we fix Haiti, Sam?
I'm not sure
The free market, or
I'm not sure you. Well, so funny thing. I actually used to have a co-host who would actually like volunteer in Haiti every year, and I would ask him the same thing, and he said more foreign aid, and I said, but we already give Haiti foreign aid. Like,
How do you fix it? More money. Yeah, that fixes everything.
yeah.
Well, I mean, my question, Sam, is like what, like a 5% flat tax will fix it, or like, you know?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to get Jeff on here to.
I got a country I can fix. I fixed China. Just give me 2 nuclear bombs in about 48 hours. I'll fix them real good.
Yeah. I mean, how would Shmoy fix China?
I would get rid of the Chinese Communist Party, and they would become the predominant superpower on the earth in 10 years.
I
Well,
mean,
you see, that's true, but in that case, you're actually fixing Korea
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't
and
fucking
Japan.
it would not bother me in the slightest. Like China historically should kind of be the preeminent world power. That's how it was throughout most of history when they didn't fall apart. Also, you shouldn't buy into this Chinese culture lasts so long. By that same logic, we could say Roman culture never ended because we're all descendants of Roman culture, even though we've had fucking collapse and shit. China has collapsed multiple times.
Like I still was taught Latin and classical history right up until the modern day as a child. So yeah, if that's all it takes is to pass down some culture, then ours is just as long. Correct.
Yeah, there was multiple eras in which China split off into warring factions and collapsed back down and built itself back up. So yeah, the civilization exists in the same way that like we could say that Indo-European civilization still exists and it has changed form. So
Hey,
I don't
Rome's
buy
still
that.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But second of all, without the Chinese Communist Party, if China arranged itself into almost any other structure and was similar to Japan or Korea, it would be off to the races. And I
If
would
China
be for it.
adopted South Korea's structure, they would be on super steroids to take over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's why Korea mobilized their tech sector the way they have, is because they are worried about China doing something like that. But China's big hindrance is the Communist Party, who obviously is not going to give up one iota of power voluntarily.
Well, and they're going to have to attack their neighbors at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and South Korea is going to be the one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
they've been ramping up their anti-South Korea propaganda quite fiercely? Japan's worried. Japan's more mobilizing and more worried about it. Except for like the president's party in South Korea, though. The president is like a China hawk, but the general population is doesn't seem to think a war is inevitable. Japan does. America should.
Yeah.
I think a war with China is inevitable. It might not be within a few years, but unless the CCP is taken out of power, as he suggested, it's going to lead to a war.
Yeah. Do you think China will? Do you think China, if we were to get rid of the CCP, do you think China would ever be able to like, function under like a democracy or under a republic, or do you?
It did mostly. The Imperial China had all different democratic structures within it. It's really interesting. Like you look at the Three Kingdoms period and the Warring States. You can look at all the different dynasties. Oftentimes, regionally, everything was very democratic.
Yeah.
Right? And then on the national scale, you didn't really need to do as much on the national scale. So they just had one guy who was the emperor. And if you needed a war, he'd lead the army. But other than that, he really didn't. So, like, they've had structures very similar to classical Western, quote unquote, republics. It was designed on sort of the mandate of heaven and more like a monarchy, but on the local level, it was actually probably in a lot of places more democratic than some parts of serfdom in Europe.
The reason I ask is because my Chinese medical doctor, when I was a kid, actually like escaped from Mao's China when he was a kid and came over here. And he basically said, and maybe he was a bit black-pilled, but he basically said that he didn't think that China, like, even has the concept, even has, like...
I think people are very flexible, and I think that if it's not that they'll overthrow the CC. I don't think the Chinese people have the will to do that.
Right.
But I do think that if the CCP were gone, yes, that's super black-pilled and a little bit, like, deterministically racist to say that, like, what, China's, because of communism, they're so fucked they can't come back. Look, Russia might be in a hell of a fucking state, but it's, do you see what I mean? Russia already did this transition.
I
think China would make a better transition than Russia has.
Well, and that's
a lot better.
And that's what I told him too.
It just depends on how it happens that the CCP comes out of power, right? If it comes through a war, then maybe they don't recover so well. But if it came through some other means or a democratic means or something like that, or just, I don't know, the party goes broke and people start shooting themselves, who fucking knows, right? But, like, the point being, I would never write off a civilization like that, especially when, like I just pointed out, for thousands of years, they had something resembling a Western society in its structure already, and in some ways more advanced, like they came to writing and math first.
Right. And
gunpowder and other things.
Right. And and that's the other thing too, is like China, if you look at the grand scale of like Chinese history, communism hasn't really been...
It's a blip in all of history. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blip. Like 60 years to us.
There are people alive who lived under the terrible reign of Mao.
Yeah.
Right now they're still alive. That's a blip in history. One lifetime means nothing in the grand scale of, like, at the very least, like 5,000 to 8,000 years of written history, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing. It's just one generation. And so, yeah, one long generation or 2 generations or 3 generations of communism compared to, like, 150, I think, generations of dynastic rule.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 100 and something, Sam. Generations of dynastic rule. Now, dynastic rule, would we consider that that's the problem with your question. Is it like a Western democracy? Well, no, but it is sort of like a Western monarchical democracy because on the very, like I said, on the very local level, it's very democratic. You elected the mayor and things and the tax collector and stuff.
Well, the other thing is, like, China
actually, in some ways, can be argued came to democratic principles of voting before Greece.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Also, they're not...
Oh, right, I'm retarded. I shouldn't be talking about stuff like this.
Also, they're not fully...
Dictatorship would be fine for China if it wasn't the CCP. Korea developed its economy largely under that, right? That's when it had the biggest growth spurt.
Well, also, like, they're not purely communist either. That's like they are as far as
Well,
ideology, but they do export and like make shit
I fucking
now.
disagree. I fucking disagree with you. What do you mean by they're not truly? What is true communism?
I mean,
He means that they're it's Sam. That's sort of a no true Scotsman fallacy. Like because yeah, they are communist and like they enforce, like, for example, if you make a piece of entertainment that they don't feel pushes socialist values, you can get that gets banned.
oh sure,
Like yeah, they have liberalized some markets in specific cities, if that's what you mean.
yeah, that
Okay, but
Okay, but
they're doing it for nationalistic, like, it's still the means of production still owned by the government.
right.
when Lenin had some economic reforms and allowed for private ownership of certain industries before Stalin did away with it, did you say that the Soviet Union was no longer a communist vanguard party trying to create socialism in the country?
No,
Yeah.
Because China would not frame what they did at all as having backpedaled from it. They would say that what they're trying to do is build up through a period of private ownership
To
that
the
is
sort of hyper-capitalism that Marx described would be required to bring about real communism.
right, yeah.
yeah.
Right. And me and Shmuley obviously agree with China's assessment on this. As that's exactly because that's what they are openly doing, you see. And so they are in line with communist values, and they're not backpedaling at all. And it's actually not a good argument for that reason, because like internally in China, you making that argument, they sort of make you look stupid to the Chinese populace, do you see? Because they're like, well, of course we're not true communism. We're nowhere close to that yet.
Yep.
We're
Right.
trying to bring that about through the means of government, which is, you got to understand, Mao and Stalin both sort of added that to Marx, that the government should try and force this situation of hyper-capitalism to bring about communism. That's why they will tell you that the Soviet Union and Cuba and every other thing, they'll tell you it wasn't real communism, because it wasn't.
I would encourage
It was
anybody
a misguided attempt to bring it about.
go on ChatGPT and ask it about Xi Jinping thought for a new century and just have it give you the bullet points.
It's
Yeah.
important. See, I just, because you could tell me and Shmuley do a lot of like Eastern centric understanding, and that's because I think that Asia is,
And we're close.
Okay.
this is the Asian century.
Mm-hmm.
For better or worse, it's the Asian century right now, and the question of who is in charge of Asia at the end of the day is going to decide the next 200 or 300 years of history. And America, it was the American century last century, and it should be another American century. And I wish it was, but you're looking at the demographics of Asia, and something's got to give on all sides.
Yeah. And I mean, I do know that China.
That person is either China or everyone else at this point.
Well, hopefully it's everyone else.
No. Hopefully it's China. We want China to be the one that gives out, because otherwise communism wins.
As far as giving out,
Well, because this is a CCP now. If we could get rid of the CCP in some way, I'd be the most pro-China guy you ever seen.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I love China. I genuinely like Chinese culture, Chinese people. I'd love to visit there, but I wouldn't. I would get killed. The
Right.
shit that I've said. I can never go there.
Right.
And
What?
and really, at the end of the day, I hate that it doesn't. They kind of whitewash this stuff to a degree, and there's kind of a revival of like Chinese tradition, so to speak, in China. But I mean, they destroyed the Chinese language. They went around and destroyed temples. They destroyed history pieces. They systematically sat to destroy what they called the Great Olds.
The four olds.
The Four Olds, yeah. And to a large degree, they were pretty fucking successful. I mean, the Chinese Communist Party has been at war with Chinese culture and people since its inception.
Yeah.
It's partly why people like us don't like them.
Well, and
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. My hope is that the CCP collapses from the inside, just like how the Soviet.
People look at China. I'm sorry, Sam, but people look at China as an ethnic monolith. That's because that's what the CCP wants you to think, because they've genocided multiple other populations of racially distinct Chinese people.
Oh yeah.
And this is why I can't ever go to China, because I say that out loud, but it's true.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think it's important to say that I believe the CCP is responsible for more genocide than any regime in human history.
Yeah, there. Oh yeah, for sure. There are probably genocides that we don't even know about because they've kept it hidden.
Whole populations wiped out, and yeah.
Well, yeah, like I boycotted
in the name of capital P progress.
I actually boycotted the watching the Beijing Olympics in 2008. Because there was that whole, they built that stadium on top of a complex where people were living, and just demoed them, and told them to go live somewhere else.
Well, you ever see before they tore it down, Kowloon, the walled city?
I've seen photos.
Yeah, like that didn't come about because of a free market. That came about because it came about, because it became the free market. It was the pirate haven against the CCP, but it didn't come about. It came about because of central planning. The very notion of central planning is what brought that about, is because they tried to plan out this perfect little city on top of a village that was already there, and they just kept adding bullshit to it. And then it was such a thick, densely populated bullshit area that the fucking officials just stopped even bothering, so all the criminals showed up.
Yeah.
And that's what they had to tear it down, because it was just a shithole to live in for anybody that actually just lived there, and it was full of criminals, like objective criminals, the worst of the worst.
My biggest concern right now is if we do go to war with China, is all the Chinese illegals living here as spies.
Certainly, I mean it's a legitimate concern, especially when a lot of them are, just directly reporting back to China because that's what they do.
Yeah,
and then you're supposed to be racist for saying so, but it's just true. China keeps tabs on everything. China's not even afraid to tell people, Sam, I got some homework for you for the next episode. I want you to look up flock cameras. I'll send you something to show you what I'm talking about. But basically, governments are putting these cameras in all over the place. We'll talk about it next time, because I know you have plans tonight. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole nother rabbit hole. They're putting these cameras in all over the place, and you can very easily hack into them.
Yeah.
And you can even alter the data. You can watch all of the footage of it 24/7 live. It's really easy. All you need is one web address. You can look at any one of these cameras. They have zero security, and the security exploit is well known. Sam's yelling at somebody. Who you yelling at?
No one.
Oh, okay. He's yelling at the walls again, chat.
Yeah, pretty much. So, But yeah, we'll look that up for.
Yeah, unsecured public AI-driven security cameras that don't redact anything, including children, in every public square going up daily.
Yeah.
Completely unsecure, Sam. So that's for next time, but I guarantee you have a limited amount of time, so you should shield the book.
Indeed. And one of the books I'm going to be writing for either later in 2026 or 2027 is going to be about China. So
China.
Yeah,
say it, Sam. Come on.
China.
There you go. China.
So Night of the Vigilante, Shadows of Deception, and Blood Ties Volume 2. You can find all those on Amazon. Thanks for a great year buying the books.
Next week is the Tim Awards.
Yes, and we will be back. Also, might be starting the show a new earlier time as well. So I think that
like we're treating it like a whole new season. Oh my God, I gotta get a luchador mask.
Yes, new season, basically.
See, he said I need a luchador mask. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, it's for the show. So,
well, because then I can have like my lucha character.
Yeah.
And beat myself up.
Totally.
But anyway, Tim Awards. Happy fucking New Year. Don't hammer your face. Buy Sam's book.
And don't get too drunk.
No, get way too drunk. Just don't do anything stupid like drive.
Yeah. Get plastered, but don't drive.
That's
basically.
Right. Be safe. Call a fucking cab. Actually, most places, if you call AAA, they will get you a ride home and tow you for free tonight.
Nice.
Your mileage may vary, but check your local listings or whatever. But they offer that services almost every year.
Yeah. So until
or call Sam. You can ride on the back of his wheelchair.
Yeah.
While drunk.
Oh yeah. I guarantee you I'll be doing that for maybe a few people too. So.
One day that's gonna be me.
I can't wait.
Tally ho, Samuel.
So anyway, folks, we thank you for
wild ride.
We thank you for tuning in to the show this whole year and for supporting us.
Many more.
Take care, and we'll see you next year, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.